Hello everyone! In today's reading, we're going to ask, what is your next epiphany? We have 3 decks to choose from today and 3 crystals. So I'll give you a closer look at your crystals. This is what we have for group of 1. This is what we have for group 2. And this is what we have for group 3. Okay, so go ahead and see what you're drawn to. Really trust your intuition. Feel free to pause the video if you need more time, and the timestamps are going to be in the description. Hello group 1, if you chose this crystal with this deck, this is going to be your reading about what is your next epiphany. So let's get started. Spirit, can you please describe what is group 1's next epiphany? Okay. Spirit, what is group 1's next epiphany? Spirit, what is group 1's next epiphany? Okay, so we have Strength, 2 of Wands in reverse, 9 of Pentacles, Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, and be authentic. And I also want to show you guys the back of these decks as well. So we have Step Outside Your Comfort Zone, Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love, and 6 of Swords. Okay, group 1, so I feel that your next epiphany seems to be something involving something you're very passionate about, or something that you're trying to work towards. It feels like you could be manifesting something pretty big right now. And more specifically, I feel that this is something that can be related to your career, or something that just feels like a very big milestone or goal. And I feel that your epiphany within this specifically, group 1, is relief. There's some kind of relief here when it comes to maybe how you've been going about certain things, or how you've been approaching a certain goal right now. It feels like whatever this is, group 1, it may be more simple than you expected, or something that just feels like, again, a huge relief, like a huge sigh of relief is what I'm getting. And to me, it feels like this epiphany of, yes, I knew what I was doing all along. I had all the right tools. I had what it takes. And all I had to do was believe in myself. And as corny as that sounds, it feels like something that is meant to give you a lot of confidence, group 1, moving forward. And with this 2 of Wands in reverse, I feel that, again, this is something that throughout the process you could have found that there was some indecision or self-doubt along the way. And when it comes to specifically taking action towards something in particular, I feel that this is something that you may have faced a lot of trial and error with. But when it comes to this epiphany, it feels like it's something that you're going to finally find what works for you. And with this Be Authentic card, I feel that this can even relate to something where you're putting yourself out there in some way, sharing something about yourself. It feels like whatever this is, group one, it's something where you're front and center somehow. And with this Nine of Pentacles, this can even be, again, it could be related to career or something that is meant to bring you tangible success, something that you're meant to see like the physical results of. Because group one, I feel like you've been doing the inner work when it comes to this thing. It feels like it wasn't always easy for you to trust the process, especially with this Worry card here. It feels like a lot of times you've had to fake it till you make it. And I feel that there's this confirmation here that it's definitely working for you. And with the Strength card, this feels very powerful to me. And I feel that your next epiphany is also directly related to your confidence, how you show up in this world. And I feel that it's the beginning of a glow up even. It feels like a new you, group one. A new you, but also the existing parts of you that were always meant to be embraced also. And with the Six of Swords, I feel that there's finally going to be some movement regarding this. And it feels like there is a lot of clarity. And like if the road hasn't always been clear, I'm getting like this imagery of a road. Like when it comes to your next epiphany, group one, I feel that you're going to feel more confident in your purpose, in your path as a whole. Especially if you weren't before, or if it has felt like you were just trying your best and seeing what works. And I feel that your next epiphany is definitely involving such an improvement when it comes to certain mindsets, group one. I feel that it's going to feel more clear on what's next or what you have to do or the best steps to take. And I feel that especially if you have been dealing with certain influences, whether this is romantic relationships or interests, family, or even social media influences, I feel that this is something that isn't going to be in the way. And with this next epiphany, I feel that it's going to be a lot easier to trust your own judgment. Especially if you've been comparing your success to other people's, group one. And I feel that when it comes to your success, it's one that's very heartfelt. It's something that's meant to be more than just financial success, even though financial success is an awesome thing to have. But it to me feels like you're going to have the whole package, group one. It seems like you have such a potential to truly be a leader, an innovator. Like I'm seeing a light bulb. You guys could also have Leo, Virgo, or Gemini placements as well, but it doesn't have to resonate. But there's this focus on how powerful your mind is, group one, and also that you have a natural light about you that is meant to be embraced. And yeah, with this yellow here and this yellow here, I feel that there's also this focus on the solar plexus chakra in particular, group 1. So this could be a chakra that you've been focusing on, or this could be something helpful to focus on moving forward. When it comes to your next epiphany, I feel that you're going to also feel more confident when it comes to certain obstacles or challenges along your path, because you know everyone in life has their fair share of challenges, and you know it is what it is. So when it comes to this, I feel that you're going to have the confidence to push forward, especially if in the past you felt like certain obstacles slow you down, or because moving forward, group 1, I feel that you're going to find a way to deal with certain obstacles by facing them directly, and I feel that this is going to help things move even quicker for you. And I'm getting that you'll be able to think on your feet, especially. And I feel that this can definitely resonate for those of you guys who work in a fast-paced environment, or whatever that your goals are right now require a lot of consistency and effort. I feel that it's going to be less daunting moving forward. And with this be authentic, I feel that because you did the inner work on yourself, group 1, it's going to give you a step up or a leg up somehow. And I'm also getting this example of, I think it's called Tortoise and the Hare, but essentially that story where the slowest surprisingly wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race, yeah. And I feel that that could be the case with you, group 1. And I feel that this can help in times where you feel like you compare yourself to others or feel external pressures. That something to keep in mind is that, yeah, slow and steady wins the race. And I feel that you've been doing this, or this could come as a surprise that this is working for you. Because I feel that because there's something here that you did, or some kind of, you took the path less traveled somehow, group 1, and I feel that this is something that is working to your favor, even if you have your doubts at times. So I feel that your next epiphany can even involve finding out some kind of truth about those around you, or those that maybe you've compared yourself to in the past. But overall, group 1, I've talked about this a couple times on my channel, but sometimes people talk the big talk. Not everything is as it seems, and not everyone is going to express the hard times or the more challenging times, especially on social media. And I feel that you're doing a good job at moving in silence. And I don't know, there's a message here about that you've been preparing yourself in some way. And your next epiphany could involve being more proud of yourself when it comes to this, and being thankful that you didn't take certain paths that other people were taking, because you know it wouldn't have been fulfilling for you. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of gratitude as well coming from this, group 1. I feel that the reason why I was kind of slower in the beginning when it comes to when I was shuffling the cards, I kind of wanted to just jump into it, but I felt guided to kind of slow down. And I feel that there's a message within this, group 1, that, again, slow and steady wins the race, and that this is something, whether you know it right now or something you've come to terms with moving forward, is something that brings you a lot of luck and opportunity. And I feel that as a whole, your next epiphany is also focused on your self-worth and how you view yourself, group 1. And it feels like something that feels very enlightening and, again, like a big relief somehow. It's something that will bring you a lot of motivation with whatever you want to pursue next, or with whatever you want to continue pursuing. Alright, group 1, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much. Hello, group 2. If you chose this crystal, the butterfly crystal, with this deck, this is going to be your reading about your next epiphany. So let's get started. We'll start with 3 cards. Spirit, can you please describe what is group 2's next epiphany? I'm already getting it. Your next epiphany may be kind of strange somehow, group 2. But let's keep going. Spirit, what is group 2's next epiphany? And then we'll pull some oracles. Spirit, what is group 2's next epiphany? Spirit, what is group 2's next epiphany? Okay. Okay, I feel like we're going to have a lot to cover today, group 2. So I'll show you the back of the decks also. So we have King of Cups on the back of the deck. And fear, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. And we also have your guides are sending you a surprise. You will feel lucky and blessed. The Emperor, Magician in reverse, 2 of Swords, Heart Chakra, I am open to love, I am worthy of love, and Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Okay, group 2, so I feel that when it comes to your next epiphany, I feel that this can definitely relate to your love life somehow. And I feel that there may be a couple different groups watching this. This group in particular, I feel that some of you guys could be worried about a specific person. And I feel that some of you guys could just be focused on love as a whole and wondering when you'll find your person or if you'll find your person. But there's definitely this focus on the heart space. And I feel that this can definitely resonate if you guys were interested in a water sign, if you guys are interested in a water sign, and if they're a masculine energy. So this could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but it doesn't have to resonate. But I feel like there's something here, group 2, about a blessing in disguise, and especially when it comes to love. And I feel that with the butterfly here, I feel that there's something here about your next epiphany relating to an inner transformation and kind of seeing things from a different perspective, especially when it comes to what hasn't worked out in the past, whether this is love or just certain things that have tugged at your heart space, group 2. And I think we may have to get some more cards because, yeah, like I said in the beginning, group 2, I feel like there's something kind of strange or unusual about your next epiphany. And I feel that this matter of having a different perspective when it comes to love, or kind of learning certain lessons about how to view a certain romantic interest, or even to have hope for the future when it comes to love. I feel like there's something else, and this may be just a different topic that wants to come through. But yeah, with this message about your guides are sending you a surprise, this kind of reminds me of what I was talking about when it comes to this message of a blessing in disguise, and essentially that your spirit guides have your back, group 2, and there's this message that what hasn't worked in the past, there's something better. And I know that while you're in the moment, I say this all the time, but I always make sure to say this because, yeah, I know, like, when you're in the moment, that's the last thing we want to hear, and it certainly doesn't feel like that while we're going through it. And yeah, I know I say that a lot on my channel, and if you're new here, then now you know that I say that a lot. But again, I say that specifically because I feel that you guys maybe at a point in your life where you are lacking faith when it comes to a lot of things in your life and how you view love or certain situations. And this can even be how you view spirituality or life philosophies as well, group 2. It feels like there's a lot of questioning going on right now. And I feel that your faith may be kind of shaken right now, because I feel that you could have been through certain experiences that kind of left more questions than answers. I feel that certain truths will come to light, group 2, but I feel like divine timing could be at play here, because it feels like something that is like pieces to a puzzle is what I'm getting. It all serves a purpose. There's a cohesive theme when it comes to something in particular that is on your mind, or something directly relating to your heart space. And I feel that pile 2, I feel that right now you could be trying very hard to just get through the day and just be strong. And I feel that your next epiphany, it's hard to narrow down what specifically this could be. I don't think it's just one epiphany. It feels like I mentioned, pieces to a puzzle. It feels like it may not necessarily be a big aha moment, but you'll find that it all comes together and it all starts to make sense the more you continue on. I want to get some clarification for some cards here and see what else we can get. Spirit, can I please get more information for group 2? What is group 2's next epiphany with this magician in reverse? What's this magician in reverse about? Okay, so I asked about the magician in reverse, and we have King of Cups in reverse and the Hanged Unicorn. So I feel that this can definitely describe those of you guys who are very focused on a specific person right now. I feel that your next epiphany could even involve coming to acceptance that this person is not in the right headspace, or they're not where they should be in life right now, and they don't really have much to offer in terms of giving you what you deserve and being in a healthy relationship. It feels like there is some surrender involved here, but for those of you guys who aren't connected to someone or aren't worried about a specific person, I feel that this could just be certain fears around a specific personality when it comes to love. Like I think I talked about this in my last reading about yeah, where is your future spouse? And a lot of you guys could be focused on that as well, like finding your spouse, your permanent person is what I'm getting. And for those of you guys who are just single right now, you could feel nervous about trusting someone again due to past experiences. Alright, so let's get more on the Emperor. Spirit, can we please get more on the Emperor, please? Spirit, can we please get more on the Two of Swords? What is Spirit Tuesday's Epiphany with the Two of Swords? Yeah, I feel that a lot of you guys, if this isn't relating to love, then there may be another pile for you, or this could just, of course, trust your intuition, but I feel that there was a situation, group 2, that kind of left you hanging, or as though there was no, like, it left you with this sense of unfinished business. And this could have been someone that was indecisive about what they wanted to do with the future of your connection. Like, you could have dealt with someone who was indecisive. Whatever this is, group 2, I feel like there was times where you may have felt powerless, or as though you weren't seen, heard, and validated. And I know I'm putting a lot of focus on the situation itself and instead of the epiphany. And I feel that this is because, again, there could be a couple people in this group that I want to acknowledge, but also, again, it could just be more of a subtle epiphany, group 2, and something that you're meant to grow into. Spirit, what is group 2's next epiphany? And with this Tower card, I feel that this could have been a situation that kind of pushed you to your limits at times, or made you feel as though you had to make the decision to walk away or withdraw your energy, group 2. Spirit, can you please describe what is group 2's next epiphany? We have health, so I feel that your next epiphany could also involve choosing what's in your highest good and what makes you feel grounded. And I feel that specifically you guys could be very intuitive, and your intuition could speak to you through body cues. And I feel that specifically a good way to test this is to take note of how you feel when it comes to certain people that you connect with. Yeah, there could just be this sense of it being kind of bittersweet, and you guys could even already be aware of this in some way. But when it comes to your next epiphany, it could just be this, like, gentle reminder to yourself, kind of like giving yourself a pep talk at times, group 2. Like, just acknowledging, yeah, it was hard. Yeah, I miss that person, or I miss that situation, but I have to choose what's in my highest good. I know it's for the best, even though, yeah, it feels like more of a complex situation, group 2, and it's definitely okay if you have mixed emotions about it. Spirit, can you please describe more about what is group 2's next epiphany? And I also want to get more about the surprise. What's the surprise? Yeah, third eye chakra. I am insightful, intuitive, and imaginative. And on the back of the deck, we also have a creative project or idea is worth pursuing. So I feel that this could be the blessing in disguise, group 2. Like, if one opportunity didn't work out, there will be a more exciting one. And again, if this doesn't relate to your love life, then I don't know. I feel like it could apply to, it feels like there's people involved in some form, group 2. But when it comes to your next opportunity, yeah, let's get more on that. Spirit, what are you sending group 2? What surprise or blessing are you sending group 2? Okay, so we have the star here, which is nice, but it doesn't feel very specific. Let's see. Oh, on the back of the deck, we have the devil. So I feel that this next blessing, again, I'm not getting a lot of specifics, but I feel that if anything, group 2, you're going to get past this, you're going to heal from this, and there is hope. And with the devil here, I feel like this goes for, especially if this is something that you're constantly thinking about, something that is definitely just overwhelming at times. But I feel that there's something here about finally being at peace when it comes to something in particular. And when it comes to the healing process, group 2, yeah, it's not always an overnight success. Sometimes it does take a few tries to get it right. And yeah, there's no rush, there's no pressure, and it's okay if sometimes it feels bittersweet. And it happens sometimes when it comes to really difficult situations in life, especially when it comes to the people that we wanted to get closer to. But as a whole, I feel like this could just be something to keep an eye on, group 2, a creative project or idea. Again, I'm not getting a lot of specifics. It feels like a new experience or some kind of new passion or hobby that is meant to refresh your energy and kind of make you feel reborn again. Spirit, what other guidance do you have for group 2 about their love life? Yeah, with this King of Cups in reverse, you could have dealt with someone who was emotionally immature, or this could be an energy that you're kind of having fears about, like meeting the same person in a different body, essentially, group 2. Spirit, what guidance do you have for group 2 about their love life? I'm going to pull some love oracles as well. Spirit, what love guidance does group 2 need to hear right now, please? For their highest good. Spirit, what love guidance does group 2 need to hear right now? For their highest good. Okay, so we have King of Swords. It is safe for you to love. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gifts. So this is really nice to see, group 2. So yeah, it feels like there's this further confirmation that there is hope, and it may come through specifically when it comes to love. Group 2, there's this message that when it comes to love, it may come through kind of unexpected, or as though there is a process to it. Things aren't as simple as it may seem. And with this, it is safe for you to love. I feel like this is further confirmation that you're going to learn how to open your heart up again whenever you feel ready, group 2. And with this King of Swords, this could even represent an air sign. And I feel that this could mostly relate to your next romantic interest or who's coming towards you. But there's this guidance that when it comes to your what's next in love, especially if you've been dealing with emotionally immature people, group 2, that your next romantic interest could be someone that may come across as kind of cold or even too mature. Like there's kind of an energy here of be careful what you wish for, and not in a bad way, but I feel like this is someone who is emotionally stable and grounded. They're not really comfortable with expressing themselves, but they mean well, group 2. And I feel like this may come as a surprise when you do encounter them. And for those of you guys who are focused on a specific person, I don't know if this is that person. I'm not really getting a lot on this. And, this reading took a different turn than I expected, but yeah, I feel like there is some tea being spilled here about your love life and just a little bit of what's to come. And on the back of the deck, we have pay attention to the red flags. So essentially, group 2, I feel that by the time you give love a chance again, or by the time this person comes towards you, I think it's good to be a little skeptical. Like, I think that's good for anything in life, really. It's always good to just not jump into things. And not that this person would give you a reason to feel unsafe. It just feels more like with what's meant for you in love, group 2, it's not going to show up in ways where it comes across as like love bombing. I feel that the person that you're going to be with next, they won't necessarily be someone who is super extroverted or out there, but it doesn't mean that they're not into you. And also there's butterflies on this card here as well, is what I'm noticing. So I feel that there's also this message that there's more waiting out there for you, group 2. And yeah, when it comes to your next epiphany, it's like, yeah, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but it feels like there's a story within this, and this is just one of the chapters, group 2. But I feel like the big blessing here specifically is relating to love, group 2. This creative project or idea could definitely be relating to that just a little bit, but yeah, I feel that your spirit team could just want to keep things a mystery in some ways for now, but they are kind of hinting that you're going to be thankful that you didn't settle for less, because the next opportunity in love is going to feel much more refreshing and grounding. And I guess the negative sides of the King of Swords is, yeah, he's kind of serious. He's kind of, well, it doesn't have to be a he, but it's like a more of a masculine energy. So take what resonates as always. But yeah, to not be discouraged if the next person that comes towards you is kind of a different personality than you're expecting, group 2. And this may be something that you've been wanting, like again, you may be really wanting to avoid meeting people, the same person in a different body. But yeah, this person could be totally different than past experiences, or just you may not know how to approach this. But overall, group 2, you're in good hands. And I feel that a lot of this could just stem from certain fears or subconscious beliefs that you may have when it comes to love. But overall, you're in good hands when it comes to this, and it's divinely protected and guided. Okay, group 2, I think that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much. Hello, group 3. If you chose this crystal with this deck, this is going to be your reading about what your next epiphany is. And before we get started, I wanted to mention that before filming, I saw 333 on my clock. So this could be a synchronicity that you've been seeing or something to look out for. And also the fact that you chose group 3 is also really standing out to me. So I wonder if this is going to be the spiritual pile, if there's any spiritual messages we can get today. But yeah, let's see what we're working with. Let's see what comes up. Spirit, can you please describe what is group 3's next epiphany? What's group 3's next epiphany? I feel that you guys could be facing your shadow, or you have been doing some shadow work recently. Spirit, what is group 3's next epiphany, please? Some of you guys could also be really... Okay. Some of you guys could also be really drawn to angel symbolism recently, or have some angel statues. And group 3, I feel that your spirit guides in particular could be kind of clumsy. I don't know what this could mean, but it feels like maybe they have very unique ways of communicating with you that feel kind of like maybe there could be at times where you're stumped on whether or not something is a sign or not, or find that you have strange occurrences in some way. Like this could even show up in deja vu. So what is group 3's next epiphany? Can you please describe more? I don't know what all these specific messages could be about. So let me just see what we're working with. Spirit, what is group 3's next epiphany? Okay, so we have... Okay, let me pull some oracles. Spirit, what is group 3's next epiphany? Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be involved in your next epiphany, group 3, but I will say it seems like you're stepping into a spiritual awakening or diving deeper. Oh, yeah, we had crown chakra here. Spirit, what is group 3's next epiphany, please? Sorry if you hear any creaking in the background. That's my desk chair. Spirit, what's group 3's next epiphany? Okay, so we have Two of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Strength in reverse. Think outside the box. Crown chakra, I am connected to my spirit and I am in alignment with the universe. Empathy, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. And on the back of the decks, we have the Hermit in reverse. Embrace your self-expression. And failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So group 3, I feel that your next opportunity, your next epiphany, is something to do with getting back to your roots in some way. It feels Like there could have been some avoidance here when it comes to your true essence and your true authenticity. It feels like something that you may have found that in the past you didn't feel very comfortable with because of the fact that you may not have always felt supported or accepted by others. But I feel like there's a strong message coming through group 3 that your next epiphany could come through with this confirmation that you are not meant to be like everyone else, and it's just going to feel more. You may find that there's more resistance the more that you try to fit in or the more that you try to appease others. There's kind of something rebellious here, and I feel that your spirit guides in particular could be encouraging this or at least cheering you on when it comes to putting yourself first. Okay, group 3, I want to show you this artwork, and it kind of, I felt guided to look this up because it was kind of what I was seeing in my mind's eye, and I don't really know how to describe this feeling, but I'm sure by looking at this picture it'll make a lot more sense. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like this girl is in this crowd and everyone's in black and white and gray, and she's looking right up, and it just seems like she's more aware or awakened to certain things, and everyone else seems kind of distracted and, you know, looking down on their phones and whatnot. So I feel that this could definitely be the case for you as well, group 3. It's something that, when it comes to your next epiphany, is all about freeing yourself of certain restrictions or conditioning when it comes to your identity, your path, or things that don't feel authentic to you as a whole. And with this think outside the box and this little like cube crystal you chose, this kind of seems like a very similar message here, and it's definitely very strong. And yeah, group 3, I feel that your next epiphany is going to involve getting outside the box, thinking outside the box, especially when it comes to the familiar or what you've been pressured to believe. And with these tarot cards here, I feel that there's something here also about certain opportunities or certain rules that may have been impacting your well-being and how you view your path. It feels like sometimes there could have been things that motivated you that weren't exactly from the heart space or from you. Like this could even show up in ways where you're pressured from, yeah, if you were drawn to group 1, there could also be a message in there for you. And I feel that your next epiphany is going to involve giving yourself more grace, group 3, especially if in the past you've had to do things to appease others, or you felt like you've had to act outside of yourself in some way. Like a lot of you guys, you could even resonate with trusting someone that may have been like a wolf in sheep's clothing. I think that's the expression. And I feel like this could even be someone that people warned you about, or people had stories about this person of them being not very trustworthy and authentic. And you could just now be realizing that they have a different side to them that is not so pleasant or something that you would want to be around. I feel like there's some complex emotions when it comes to certain truths about the people around you, group 3. And I feel that you are naturally someone who has a lot of empathy And when it comes to your next epiphany, I feel like there's something here about taking more of a neutral stance when it comes to certain people in your life or socializing as a whole. Like, I feel that if not already group 3, I feel that you're going to be more comfortable with the fact that everyone has positive things about them and also maybe some unhealthy things or even petty things about them at times. And I feel like this can even go for people that you do care about, group 3, where you're acknowledging that they have certain flaws or certain unhealthy habits that you don't want to condone, but at the same time, you care about them and you don't want to abandon them either. So that could be where this neutral stance comes in. But when it comes to your next epiphany, I feel like there's something here about being more neutral towards other people and being more positive towards yourself. And I don't know if positive is the word. I feel like empathy is a good word here. Because I feel that in the past, group 3, you may have shown a lot of people a lot of grace and empathy that quite honestly should have been going to you. And I feel that you guys could be quite hard on yourself or worry and feel guilty about being perceived as the villain. And sometimes in life, group 3, it happens. Even if we try our best, if we give our best efforts and just be as patient and compassionate as we can be, sometimes that is just the result, and it's kind of hard to come to peace with, but it's better to do that than to keep exerting our energy towards people who are just never going to be happy with anything we do or just never going to change, quite honestly. And I feel that you guys are going to be thinking bigger moving forward and broadening your horizons. And I'm going to get more information about this. Spirit, what is group 3's next epiphany with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, please? Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be, with the Six of Cups in reverse, coming to peace with your past. And again, this feels like a lot of things just, you may feel more guided to take a more neutral stance about. And I keep coming back to this message, but I feel that this is also because some things could have been left without closure, group 3, and maybe you're trying to find your own closure right now with a lot of things, because it just feels like certain things have been going on for a while now, and it could just feel like you're ready for bigger things, you're ready for new opportunities. Spirit, can we please get more on the Two of Pentacles in reverse? What is group 3's next epiphany? And I feel that your spirit guides, group 3, are also thanking you for your patience. And more specifically, times where you were patient, where you didn't have to be, or it was really difficult to be patient. Like, I feel that your spirit guides are coming through with this message that you're really good with people, whether you give yourself credit for this or not. Like, you guys could also be into psychology. or just have naturally always been the type of person who just has a very mature perspective on human nature, how the mind works, and just the fact that we're all going through things. We all have our quirks. Spirit, can we please get more on the strength in reverse? What is group three's next epiphany? Sure. Okay. And Spirit, what is group three's next epiphany? I'm also getting this focus on the throat chakra, so I feel that maybe there have been times where you guys have been wanting to, maybe there have been times in the past where you've spoken your truth, group three, and you may have felt as though you weren't heard, or you may have felt as though people were misunderstanding you. And nowadays you could be just more interested in picking your battles wisely. But when it comes to your next epiphany, I feel like there's something within this about having a nice balance of speaking when you have something to say and saying it with your chest, but also not feeling too focused on being understood, particularly. Because you deserve to be heard regardless. And I feel that you're not hurting anybody either, group three. You're not just saying things just to hurt people's feelings. I feel like this could be in many different ways, but more specifically, I feel that this is more towards people you tried to help in the past, or people who you've tried to get to see your point of view. What is group three's epiphany? Spirit, what is group three's next epiphany? Okay, so we have spiritual practice, astrology. So this can even relate to some kind of transit you're having, group three, when it comes to what's going on in your astrological chart right now. And this reading is timeless, so it can apply to any time that you're watching this video. And we also have guilt in reverse here. Well, I don't read oracles in reverse, but that's standing out to me. So yeah, I feel that you guys are going to come to this epiphany of not feeling guilty for choosing yourself, and also going where you feel guided to, even if people don't understand it, or people can't relate to it. It feels like something that's completely your own, that you're meant to venture on, group three. I also feel guided to roll some astro dice to see what other messages we can get. Spirit, what is group three's next epiphany? So we have the 10th house, Libra, and the Sun. So you guys could also have Capricorn, Leo, or Libra placements as well, but it doesn't have to resonate. But yeah, I feel like there could also be this worry about your reputation or how people view you, group 3. But when it comes to your next epiphany, I feel that you're going to be more comfortable with this, and I feel that you're also going to feel more connected to your spirit guides. And yeah, you'll be able to understand certain messages from them more easily, especially if what I said in the beginning about them having more of a clumsy way of communicating with you or some kind of unique way of communicating with you. I think you're going to find what works for you when it comes to this. And when it comes to your next epiphany, I feel like you're going to find what's been dimming your light or what's been unbalanced for you. When it comes to specifically what you put your energy towards, group 3. But as a whole, I feel that you're going to find that it's time to shake things up, it's time to do things differently, and it feels very much divinely guided. And I'm getting specifically that your spirit guides are supporting you through this transition and through your transformation. Because I feel like this wasn't easy, group 3. It feels like there was a lot of having to take matters into your own hands. And with this message about failure that I was getting earlier, this doesn't have to be a specific failure. It could just mean that, again, you could feel as though nobody's pleased no matter what you do, group 3. And not that it's true, but just that sometimes people are like that. And yeah, sometimes there's not much left we can do. So we kind of just have to let them be, let them have their own narrative. Yeah, there's a lot of like deep symbolism here. I'm getting what's keeping you in a box, group 3. I feel like that's going to be a big question that you're going to be asking yourself from this moment and moving forward. And it's going to be something that you may keep in the back of your mind, something that you make sure to consider for your highest good. Okay, group 3, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much.